Now, the last weekend, I had an opportunity to go to the MUFON conference in San Jose, California. And, gosh, over the past year or so, there's been an individual who is also at these conferences. His name is Ed Grimsley. And Ed would come to my meet and greets or parts of the conference, and he would always stand up with a polite question, but he would talk about night vision goggles that he possesses and the fact that he has been seeing battles between unknown aircraft in the night skies since he was a teenager. Well, you know, when he first said that, I, of course, opened my mind to everybody. You know me. But you always got to be a little leery. Well, in San Jose, Ed finally said, George, you're coming up on the roof. And on the roof I went with producer Tom, and I saw two UFOs that I cannot explain. In a moment, we're going to talk with Ed Grimsley about this and his night vision binoculars. He's next on Coast to Coast AM. Ed Grimsley, he's been seeing battles between unknown aircraft in the night sky since he was a teenager, and to date he continues seeing what appears to be saucer-shaped aircraft in the sky. Ed sees them battling and using what appears to be laser weapons. He sees hundreds of these objects using his military-grade night vision binoculars. Many skeptics now convinced it is very real. Here he is, Ed Grimsley. Ed, how are you?
Hey, George, pretty good.
Good to have you with us.
It's nice to have you as a UFO seer now.
Yeah, it's about time. It took me long enough, but thanks to you, I've seen these two that I cannot explain, and I'm looking forward to this, Ed. First of all, tell us a little bit about, since you were a teenager, how you've been seeing this. I mean, what even got you interested in using night vision goggles?
Well, what got me interested was when I was a kid, about 10, 12 years old, I was up hiking on top of Mount St. Helena in Calistoga area, and a big, large one pulled up and was just off the edge of the mountain, but yet level with the top. And we stopped, and my dad said, hold still, there's a UFO there. And I looked over and I said, why? They see it. My dad says, just hold still. And I kind of held still. I picked up my little binoculars I had and tried to get a closer look, but it was only like, 600 to 800 feet away. And pretty soon here come another one that pulled up right beside of it and then slowly moved over. And my dad says, just hold still, don't do anything. And I says, Dad, they're friendly. And I raised my hand slowly and I waved at it. Big, slow moving wave. And it wobbled back at me. And then the lead one went and just left really fast, and the other one hesitated a second, and he left. And they move so fast you can hardly see them leaving.
And I'm beginning to wonder if they're always up there and you spot them with the night vision goggles, or whether you're almost like a conduit for it, a magnet. You bring them in.
Well, no, I don't feel that because I've given and loaned glasses to other people, and they've had them for a day or two.
Okay, without you being around. Without
me being there. And I don't think I'm anything exciting unless they're steady and ugly.
Tell me about these goggles. Exactly what are they? I've been getting emails all day, Ed, from people who said, I own a cheap pair. I can't see anything. Please tell me the name of these. So I'll let you do it. You have three of them.
Yeah. Well, I go between 3 and 5 pair, and I help get people pairs and take people out and show them all the time. And they're really good quality glasses. They're military grade PV7s.
PV7s.
Yes, and they have 2 eyepieces, and it goes down to 1. And you have a focusing point on each end, each eyepiece, and one out on the end. And you basically have to focus the end piece first and then move in slowly on each eye and get them tuned in so you can really see the stars clear. And there is an attachment of a 3-power and a 5-power you can plug on the end and magnify them good. But what the problem is, it narrows your field of vision. So if you have a pair of those on and other pairs they can be watching, and look for the one that has more magnets.
Now, yours are 3rd generation. They're just starting to come out with 4th generation. Will that make a big difference?
I think it will. I can't get another pair right away for that, but I've got people want me to start tour groups, and they want to know about them, and can I help them? And I've bought some from people, and I've even got a few used pair, but I buy them from the, you can pick them up off the website and the internet and Night Vision.
Can you get them at Army surplus stores and stuff?
I've been to the Army surplus, and they usually don't have them because it's a pretty expensive item, and I think that they might just have trouble keeping them in stock. But now they might want to, because after I'm telling the world, half the world wants them, and I think half the people that are calling you is the half that didn't call me.
Well, you know, Ed, as you know, you've been talking to me about this for almost a year now at the various conferences that we have met, and you finally got me up there to look. And you know, I went up there going, okay, I'm gonna go up there for a little bit, and my event was over, the speech was done. I said, I'm gonna do this as a favor to Ed, and I got to tell you, I was absolutely mesmerized by what I saw, and you have a pointer, you have like a laser pointer to help us out, because sometimes when you're looking up there you don't see everything, but I mean, it was truly incredible. Now, we also saw what we thought was a regular satellite, because that didn't go anywhere. And we're going to take a break pretty soon, but when we come back, I want to ask you why they seem to be zigzagging and making these 90-degree angles all the time. Of course, we know when you see a satellite through these night vision goggles, you see them go from point A to point B. They're not moving side to side.
Right.
These
are moving a lot slower than the spacecraft.
Yeah, these things are just all over the place. And then we'll talk about the possibility of what an insect could look like through these goggles as well. Ed's website is www.edgrimsley.com. I'll spell it for you. EDGRIMSLEY.com. We'll have a link there for you at coasttocoastam.com. We'll be back with Ed in just a moment on Coast to Coast AM. I've got lots more I want to talk with him about. We'll also open up the phone lines as well. If you have a question, I've got to tell you, folks, this is coming from me. I've never seen UFOs before in my life. I saw 2 of them last Saturday night.